What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have the final video I'm going to make today, and that is the New Orleans Saints drafting Landon Young, offensive tackle, in the 6th round. Now, I won't be able to cover our final pick in the draft, which is, I believe, 255, something crazy like that, our last 7th round pick, but I will be able to cover this before I have to go and do stuff, so I appreciate you guys sticking around, and watching these videos as they come out. So the New Orleans Saints traded up to 206th after trading 218 and 229 to, I believe it was the Indianapolis Colts, to take offensive tackle Landon Young. Now, for those of you that were not expecting this one, you should have seen it coming. The New Orleans Saints always take offensive linemen at some point within the draft, which is something I am not upset about at all. This is always the reason why the New Orleans Saints have such an amazing offensive line, is because they take an abundance of offensive linemen, they have them there to develop, and this is actually a really good pick. I don't believe that Landon Young was a 6th-round talent offensive lineman. I feel like he should have been grabbed a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. So like I said, he plays offensive tackle. He went to Kentucky. He's 6'6" and 310 pounds. So he's a big-ass dude, all right? This dude is massive. Let's go over some of his positives and negatives like we've done with the other prospects we've drafted in the past 2 days. And you guys need to let me know down in the comment section below whether you agree or disagree with this pick. And after we go over the positives and negatives and a little bit of analysis about Landon Young, we can talk about a little bit of the things that I think the Saints missed out on in this draft. And, yeah, you guys can leave your comments about that in the comment section below as well. So, positives. He's a very large and strong blocker. At 6'6", 310 pounds, you're probably going to be a pretty strong dude. He sets with a wide base, he stays square, and he displays terrific hand technique. That is something that players like Ryan Ramczyk, who we're going to talk about later, are praised for. Having terrific hand technique is good. He doesn't hold much, and he really, really bats people off, spins defenders around. He's great. He's patient in pass protection, and he anchors at his point. Really good. I really like how stiff and how sturdy this guy is. If you go watch his film, if you can find it, it's not difficult to find. You should be able to find it. He's very sturdy. He's like an immovable object. He also turns defenders from the action and seals them from plays, completely rendering them useless. He's big, like I said, and he has great hand technique. So turning defenders away from what's going on, protecting the quarterback is one of his greatest strong suits. He also has very good footwork that he flashes off the edge. Let's go over some of his negatives. He lacks agility. He's 6'6", 310. He's not the quickest, and he struggles to adjust against double moves and things of that nature. He also has marginal skill blocking and motion, which is something to look out for as well, but I believe that his negatives are something that can be coached up. He has the straight-up raw talent to be a great offensive lineman in this league, and the New Orleans Saints are amazing at coaching up offensive linemen, so that's not something I should worry about at all. Over the last 2 seasons, Landon Young has quietly been one of the best tackles in the SEC, believe it or not, which is why I don't think he deserved this low of a draft pick. During that span, he earned an 80.5 overall grade, which was 7th among all SEC tackles, and an 84.6 overall pass blocking grade, which was 4th among all SEC tackles, and a 76.8 run blocking grade, which was 10th overall SEC tackles. So I'm very, very happy with this pick. I think he's a very solid offensive lineman. He's really solid. Coming from Kentucky, he comes with size as well as a ton of growth potential. He'll be best as a strong side blocker in the NFL at either tackle or guard, and is a very good developmental prospect who may have to spend a season getting used to the NFL on the practice squad, but it really just depends. The thing that really came up when I thought about this pick was, what does this mean for Ryan Ramczyk or Teron Armstead? They are both going into the final year of their contract. Does that mean that we are probably going to struggle re-signing one or both of these players? Because our offensive line is pretty stout as it is. Of course, you can never have too much offensive or defensive line depth, but to grab a player who is this accomplished, who is this good, trading up to get him, that concerns me just a little bit, man, because I don't know. I don't feel like you draft a player like this to sit on the bench and stay there as an insurance policy for more than just one season. So that's definitely something that the New Orleans Saints fans and the New Orleans Saints themselves need to look out for. We have not been able to strike a deal with offensive tackle Ryan Ramczyk, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this goes from here on out. Definitely pay a ton of attention to that because Ramczyk is one of the best offensive linemen, period, in the entirety of the NFL. So that's a big one right there. Another thing people are talking about is why the hell do the New Orleans Saints not draft wide receivers? What is their vendetta against them? A lot of us thought that either that fourth round or sixth round pick would have been used towards a wide receiver, but the New Orleans Saints drafted 2 offensive weapons, and they were a quarterback and an offensive tackle. Not a wide receiver, not a running back, nothing like that, no skills positions, just a quarterback and an offensive tackle. I was confused about that as well. I just feel like the New Orleans Saints have a very odd tendency to bank on the undrafted free agent market for wide receiver talent, which I don't think is the best strategy, and I think is fairly kind of odd. Why are you putting all of your money into the pot of undrafted free agents instead of just getting a wide receiver during the draft? We do not draft wide receivers anymore. It's been a 3-year-long run. We just don't do it. And that is something that really kind of irked my nerves and irked a lot of other people's nerves. But I do think that the offensive lineman was a very solid pick. I saw it coming from a mile away, dude. I was convinced our first-round pick was going to be an offensive lineman, if I'm going to sit here and tell the truth to you guys. So let me know down in the comment section below what you think about Landon Young. Are you upset we didn't take a wide receiver? What do you think about this draft? We're going to be hammering undrafted free agents hard. The New Orleans Saints are a huge, and I mean absolutely massive, undrafted free agent team. So I'm going to be relaying all of the information about those players to you guys. We ended the draft, at least so far. We have one more pick. Lord knows what we're going to get with that. We ended the draft so far with a decent amount of good players. I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to be doing a whole draft review video that you guys can sit back and watch, and we're going to be grading every single pick from this draft. So let me know down in the comment section below what you think about Landon Young. Like I said, I feel like he's a really good piece. I feel like he's a really good offensive lineman. I feel like he's a little too good to just sit and rot on our bench, man. We do love having multiple pieces to go in and out of the offensive line, resting, fatigue, all of that stuff, making sure that our offensive linemen are fresh and ready to go. So maybe that has something to do with it. I really couldn't tell you. You could also have to deal with Ramczyk and Teron Armstead's contracts coming up. Let me know down in the comment section below how you guys feel about it, how you guys feel about the draft, and really, I don't know, man. Just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I thank you so much for sitting with me through this draft. I really appreciate you all. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about the players, and I will see you boys in the next one, which will be coming out super, super soon. I'm not leaving again, I promise. Adios.